Hello Egyptology lovers. For the next project I'm going to work on, it's going to be a ancient Egyptian royal cubit. And it's going to be a foldable one. These two pieces are going to go together. But there's going to be inscriptions written here with measurements. And this is going to be a practical tool that we're going to use in order to measure things in the real world. Now, the royal cubit had varying measurements, but not very significant. But the standard was 52.3 centimeters, and that's what this is going to measure once I assemble it together from one end to the other. And also, this was measured, the cubit, by 7 palms and 4 fingers. So 7 palms and 4 finger divisions, and that would make 28 fingers, and then there'd be fractions as well. So we're going to do that and work on that project. All right, so now we position the hinge where it's going to fold, and what we've done is going to cut it in accordance to basically placing a hinge on a door, and we're going to drop it and give it some depth. So we're going to remove some of that material there so this fits perfectly nice, and then when it folds, it goes flush into the fold. So you have a nice flushable and a ruler that closes just fine. Now to make this, I'm going to carve it out with an X-Acto first and get it accurate. You don't want to botch this up. And then you slowly just pick at it and remove it. It's hard to see, but I've X-Actoed into it and basically setting it up for the removal of material. And now we're going to use this steel chisel to remove the pieces. So now you could see how we chiseled out some of that space in order to fit the hinge in there. Now you can see how much deeper we got here. So the hinge, when it goes down here, you see it sits below, so when it folds properly. So we're going to screw that in right now. All right, so the hinge has been installed. You can see it right there. And when it closes perfectly to create the ruler, which the Egyptians used. So you can see it there, and it'll open up nice and wide. You can see when it opens, there you go. There's your ruler, and it folds. All right, the next thing we did was stain it in chocolate stainer, which is water-based. And you can see we started dividing the lines. So we're going to start basically putting in the measurements. And that's going to go on both sides. All right, everyone. So the great cubit is complete. You could see the measurements and everything that's been put on there. And I'll do a video to explain the details of it. And most important, it folds. So you can carry it with you as Egyptians did. I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for the video regarding how this works.